Okay, so just have to go and do something, but I'm back now. So yeah, it is not Johnny commentating today, it is me, and we're here for F1 Austria. And rain is coming down in qualifying, but the dry tyres are quicker at the moment. So it's really down to whoever gets the laps in first. It looks like Mike got his lap in first. So he's currently on the pole, followed by Clay. As Mercedes, it looks like, is he retired along with that count here? Which is interesting, I did miss that. As Clippy now retires as well, so maybe there's not much point in these drivers putting in laps now, seeing as the rain is coming down too heavy. So the Inters must be quicker at this point, as they're all retiring after they put in their dry laps. Yeah, they're all retiring. So we're probably not going to see much action for the remaining 7 minutes of this qualifying session. As Mike and Clay pull into the pits. Danny is out on truck for half a wing. This KB Killer Zone just joined, so hopefully that puts up to 9 drivers. As his wing has magically appeared. That's interesting. Yep, Clay's retired now. So 4 people yet to retire, it seems. everyone is in the pits here now. It's micro tyres. So yeah, we're not going to be seeing any more qualifying laps here today, unless somehow it dries up at the end unexpectedly, but I doubt it will, as we already have about 6 drivers retiring, only about 5 minutes into the session. It's Calic retires as well. There's not much point in any of these drivers doing anything, which is why pretty much all of them have retired now. It's just Danny and Karen who are still in the pits, who haven't set laps. So hopefully they'll retire so we can go straight into the race, otherwise we'll just be looking at this wonderful pit here in Austria, which is looking like it will be what happens here today. To be honest, I'm hoping for a dry race, so we can hopefully see some more splitting strategies, because it is raining in quali. Oh, is that a car going out? It is a car going out. Danny's going out. Yeah, as I was saying, the rain in quali here is going to allow the drivers to start on whatever tyres they want. So if it is dry, hopefully there'll be some splitting strategies with people going on the, either starting on the ultra softs, the super softs, or the softs, and we can see what kind of one-stop strategies they're going to be doing, either going from super soft to softs or ultra soft to softs. I don't think we'll see anyone going from super soft to soft or soft to super soft. So we have Danny going out on the intermediates, so we're not just going to be looking at a pit straight for the remainder of the session. We have got a car out on track, which is nice to see. And Mitchell, it looks like there might be about a P8, it depends if Karen is going to come out on track and set a lap on the inters or not, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. It's pretty much last and second to last in the grid, really not much difference where you start. It's not like it's going to give you any more clean air, have you? Oh, yep, as Robin said there, they could do a 1 minute 15 on the inters here, which could challenge Odin's time in 7. We'll have to wait and see what they can do. As Karam is still in the pit, so I don't think he'll be coming out unless he comes out right at the end, but it seems like the rain's just getting worse and worse. So here goes Danny into the left-hander. He's gone a little bit wide there. Of course, in the rain it's going to be a lot harder to get the car going on the line you want it to be going. So he's got this tricky right hand now, really easy to lose the back end there as he does just a little bit. As he comes to the final part of the track here. Fast right hander, easy to lose the back end on this one as well, having to slightly correct himself into the final corner. He's taken that one pretty nicely. As he comes down to the line now, it's going to be a invalid lap. So he's going to have to go again. Just get up. One. So his first extra is already half a temp quicker than his previous lap, which is good to see. So hopefully he's going to be able to challenge Odin's time here. It's going to be a tricky braking zone here in the wet. He's gone a little bit wide, not too much though. Shouldn't affect his time massively, maybe half a tenth loss than that, maybe a 10. This is where he went pretty wide last lap. He's got that done pretty well this lap. He's got it nicely on the exit as well, not having too much of a kick from the rear end. And he's got a little bit there, but he's corrected that. As he comes to the fast right hand now. If he can get this without much... Oh, he's had to correct himself a little bit. But he has about 6 seconds to get to the line here to beat Odem's time. It's going to be at 1:15.9, so he does beat Odem's time there by about a second. So yeah, pretty good for Danny there to beat that, but I highly doubt he's going to beat Cliffy's time of a 1:11.5. As we have a migrating host as Mike is left the session, which is odd. Francis left the session. Karen has left the session. What is going on with them? KB Killerzone's left the session. We have 50 seconds here now. Don't know what's going on. We've had a few drivers leave. I don't know if it's just me seeing that or if they've actually left. Yeah, it looks like everybody is leaving here, which is not good to see. So we might have to get a new lobby and do the grid editor to get on their positions. It looks like it's going to have to happen here, so everybody is leaving. Yeah. So we're going to have to get up a new lobby here. So there's the results of quali, so they're just going to be put in from a grid editor. You got a Mike on pole with Clay, I believe, behind him, and then it's either Mercedes or Calic in the Renault P3, P4. Not sure who's in the Mercedes. We've got Cliffy in the Sauber P6. 7th is going to be Danny in the McLaren. Then we have Odem's P8, and then at P9 will be Karen. Just going to leave the session as well then. Wait for them to set up a new lobby.
Welcome to Formula One.
Can do some Grand Prix in the meantime. Just gonna have some fun in a quick race here while we wait for the lobby to get set up.
We're almost...
Kill a few people. Alright, that'll do. And we'll join the lobby. So I assume the grid editor has been done, as we see that there is no qualifying. The weather is overcast, so it's not going to be a wet race, but it's going to be a bit cloudy, so we could see some rain towards the end, which could shake things up a bit, which would be nice to see, as it seems we have 11 drivers for the race now. So we've gained about 3 more, which is nice to see. So we actually might have some battles for a battle for a point at the back of the field. Also means that if anyone retires, then everyone is guaranteed points here today, unless you're anything like me and get disqualified from the race. I'm not entirely sure what the championship is looking like in F1 at the moment, but I assume Mike is up there. I know Odems is up there at the moment. Them two are pretty close. Red Bull absolutely dominating the Constructors' Championship at the moment. So, just going to wait for everyone to get their setups done. As I assume we have turned the park firmate off, so everyone can get their setups. Although I don't think they'd be able to get their setups anyway, because there is no qualifying session, so it probably doesn't matter. But I'm going to go have a look at the table now. I don't know if it's updated to Canada or not, but we'll see. It's only updated to Monaco, so after Monaco Odebs was leading with Mike. I'm not sure what went down in Canada exactly, but I believe Mike won. So Mike, I believe, is leading the championship at the moment. Red Bull, I assume, are still absolutely dominating the Constructors. So we get ready here for the start of what I assume is a formation lap. They might not be considering us to completely get a new session. Maybe they don't want to waste any more time. We're going to find out later. So it looks like there is going to be no... Oh, yeah, there is a formation lap, my bad. So yeah, we do have a formation lap. So it's Mike on pole, Clay behind him, it's going to be Mercedes behind him, with Kalik next to his teammate on the second row. Atkal's lined up in P5 in his Mercedes. I think he's already been disqualified from the formation lap down to 6th. So he'd like to be a little bit higher up. We have Danny in 7th in Williams' other Mercedes. Yep, it's the other Mercedes. We have Odom's down in 8th, of course, with a bit of a disappointing qualifying. I'm sure he is going to be on a charge to get through the field today. We have Karam in 9th in Williams, KB Silazone in 10th, and we have Francis, the only one starting outside of the points today. I'm sure he's going to be looking to get into the points. I'm sure we are going to have at least one retirement. So everyone bar that retirement will get points, or a point. Leaders are coming on to the end of their formation up here. Sure, nobody has grassy tyres for the start. In fact, one's kept it clean on the formation up besides Clippy there. So they line up at the end of the formation lap. It's going to be Mike on pole, Clay behind, Mercedes lining up in P3. We're going to see who takes the lead going into turn 1 here. I believe Clay has the inside line, he does. So could Mike be under threat from Clay going into turn 1 here today? We'll have to wait and see, but I believe everyone has lined up now for the start of the race. The lights are coming on. It's 5 lights. And the Austrian GP is underway after a bit of a wait. Michael gets a decent start from Clay. It looks like Clay is falling back to Mercedes there. Mike defends well going into turn 1, making sure Clay can't get anywhere near him. We've got Atkow is up into P3 there, so he's got 2 places at the start already. Turn on the position change. So yeah, Atkow has gone up 2, Mercedes and Kalik, both the Renaults dropping a position to Atkow there. We have the Mercedes, I think that is a Clippy, trying to get up the inside of someone. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of buckle back here. We've got all these 3 cars very close together here. Mike is already starting to pull away a lead from Clay behind, who's only got a 10th ahead of Atkel, and then we've got the two Renaults closely following him, a little bit of a gap to Cliffy, and then we've got Odems, who's going to be looking to go on a bit of a charge here to get some more points from Red Bull. KB Killerzone follows him. Karam stays in P9 after the first lap. Francis gets into the points, and Danny is down by 4 positions. Does he have damage? He does not have damage. It's a bad start for him. But Mike leads by a 1 second gap after lap 1 here. And of course sets the fastest lap there, so they all come across the line. Everyone seems pretty bunched up still, which is good to see, so hopefully we see some more overtakes going on across the field. Just going to see what tyres everyone is on. So we got Mike on the Ultra Softs, Clay on the Super Softs, Atkel and Mercedes and Calic all on the Ultra Softs. So we've got Cliffy on the Softs behind them. Odems is on the Ultra Softs, and then everyone from P8 down is on the Super Softs. So I believe Mike, Atkel, Mercedes, Calic and Odems all going to be going Ultra Soft to Super Softs. The Super Soft runners will be going Super Soft to Softs? No, not Soft. Super Soft to... Oh yeah, Super Soft to Softs. And then Clippy will be going Softs to either Ultra Softs or onto the Super Softs. But Mike is really putting out a lead here, 1.5 seconds already. There's a bit of a gap behind Atkel to Mercedes. He's almost a second back from him. Oh, and who's that? That is Atkel, who's gone up the inside of Clay there. So it doesn't look like either of them have damage, but Clay's going to try and go around the outside here, going into turn 3, and they tap a little bit, but no damage done. Atkel has gone and held his position here on lap 3. As Alec is only a 10th behind his teammate here, so we might see a move between these two fairly soon. But Mike, look at this. After all of this squabbling, it's going back to second place. He's pulled out a 3-second lead, and I don't really see anyone else challenging him for the win today, especially after the getaway he's had on opening a few laps. But the only way he's going to be challenged is if he makes a mistake somewhere, gets a bit of damage, has to pit. But the closest gap we have at the moment is 3 tenths between Mercedes and Clay. That's about 8 tenths. 4 tenths now. Francis is gone ahead of Odems and Karam, and it seems there's been an incident back here. Karam has left the session without a front wing. Odems has fallen back, so it seems that these two have had a collision somewhere. It looked like it was going onto the final corner, possibly the fast right-hander. I'm not too sure myself, I did not see the incident. But in second down to 6, there's really not much in it, about 2 seconds total here. If he's doing well to keep up with them on the softs, because the squabbling head is helping him to stay with the pack. And then it's about a 2-second gap to everyone behind them. KB's Killerzone and Karam have left the session, so it's 9th or higher guaranteed for everyone else, considering they don't retire or get disqualified or leave themselves. Odems is already starting to catch up to the back of Danny here, so we could see a move soon. But Mike's keeping his 3-second lead at Gal. Clay here, who's behind him, and it's just starting to form a bit of a pack here, these 5 cars. 5 or 6 cars, really. You could see Francis catch on to the back of this soon. But Odems is already caught up massively to Danny ahead of him. It's within 3 tenths now. He is going to have DRS going down the straight coming up. It's too far back for a move into this corner. If he gets a clean exit here, he gets DRS, he could catch up some more time going into the second sector. It looks like Danny has lower wings than him, so he's not really gaining much time down there. But Danny seems to be going quite wide in some of these corners, which isn't helping him at all. Nobody made a pit stop other than Karam, who's AI. If we look at this, we can see that Francis has gone up 4 positions. It's a good start for him. And Atkel has gone up 3 positions as well. 3 positions to get up into P2, so he started in 5, so not even starting in a podium position. He's already up there, so we have a 3-second time penalty for Francis, and it looks like he is backwards after the final corner. So a bit of a commentator's curse there, just saying about how he's had a good start, and he somehow has lost it on the final corner, and he's lost half his front wing, got a penalty, and he's going to have to come to the pits now. And what we've got Odoms going up the inside of Danny here. Oh, and he's gone far too wide there. Danny has got the position back. So Odoms needs to probably just keep it a bit more calm, make sure he gets his braking points right here, trying to get past Danny. He doesn't want to get any damage. He knows he's faster than him, he just needs to get past him and catch up to the rest of the pack before it's too late, as we have Clay down positions here. He is in the grass. He's letting everyone through, and he's retired from the session now. So Clay's retired from the session. So that is going to promote Francis, the final running car. It's a P8 at least. Clay's left as well, so he's had enough after that. And that promotes Mercedes into a podium position here now. And he has his teammate Calic Rist right behind him, just 4 tenths back. Odoms is still trying to catch up to the back of Danny here. I don't think he's going to go for a move this time. Yeah, he stays behind. So Mike has edged out. Oh! Odoms has retired. What's happened there? He's lost half of his wing. It seems that he's lost it on the exit of the corner, spun into the wall, lost half his wing, and he's retired. I'm not sure why he's retired there, because he still had, like, points. He can still get points. He'd get at least P8, so that's 4 points. He's lost there, 4 plus points he's lost. So that has put us down to effectively 8 runners here. 7 runners, I think. So really, we have seen the retirements here today. But we have Calic still not that far off his teammate Mercedes, and Akhal's not that much further ahead of them either. So we could see a three-way battle for P2 here for the podium. Cliffy is a further 2 seconds back, but is on compound tyre harder. 2 compounds harder actually than these guys. And then Danny's 6 seconds back, and then KB Killazone is AI. Francis, who's the Downey P8, it looks like he's AI as well. So it looks like these 3 are going to be AI. It looks like we're only going to be having 6 finishes here today. Yeah, they're all AI. So not really much planning going out on track, as that's Mercedes, who has a big kick from the rear end there coming out the final corner. That's going to allow Calic to get a few temps on him. So, yeah, he seems to be losing it. His tyres might be going off here. Although it looks like Calic has a little bit more wear. Looks like these 3 are the closest on the track at the moment. You got the Mercedes and the 2 Renaults fighting for P2 here today. Lapped ghost car of Francis is getting out of the way, but not much of a difference seeing as he is ghosted anyway. But Cliffy is catching on to the back of this train here. He's He's only 6 tenths behind Calic now, as Danny gets a 3-second time penalty. So Clippy is right behind Calic. It seems the ultra soft runners and tyres are going off a bit now, and Clippy on his soft tyres is really starting to catch up to them. Put them under a bit of pressure here as we have Mercedes right on the back of Atcal here now. Could we see a move coming on to the end of this lap? He's looking for it, not from there though. As he's just going to keep it calm. Going down to the final little bit of the track. Possibly could see a move going into turn 1 here. If he gets a nice run out of the final corner. A bit of a toe off of Atcal's car. Seems like they've both had pretty good exits. Atcal seems to have the better straight line speed though, so he's starting to pull away a bit. Clippy is only 2 tenths behind Calic, so Calic's tyres must really be going off here. This Clippy looks like he's going for a move here now. So they're going to be side by side going into turn 3. Let's see who comes out on top. It's going to be the ultra softs of Calic on the softs of Clippy. And Clippy, oh I don't know actually. They both had a similar exit, so the grip on the exits of the corners doesn't seem to be too much different between the two. And then Clippy stays behind Calic for now. He has a little look, but he's too far back for the overtake there. And we have Mercedes still 3 tenths behind Atcal for P2. He's really getting up close to the back of Calic there. See a move going into the fast right hander, I doubt it's not really an overtaking position on the track. Yeah, he's just going to stay behind now, see if he can get a better run out of this final corner. Seems like he's got a bit of a better run than Calic. He's in the slipstream. DRS is open. I think he's too far back for a move down into turn 1. So he's going to wait, see if he can go for a move down the straight as Michael has pitted onto, I believe that's another set of ultra softs, actually. So Mike going for the 2-stop here today. It does look like he has the pace to do that, but he could be challenged at the end by some of these 1-stoppers, such as Cliffy, who we know for sure is going to be doing the 1-stop starting on the soft tyres. He is only a 10th behind Calic as we have up ahead Atcal and Mercedes fighting for the lead here. They're going to be side by side. Going into the left-hander. Still side by side. Mercedes is hanging it around the outside of him here. And there's going to be... oh, look at that. Clippy's got up past Calic wrist and he's ahead of Atcal as well now. This is really interesting as Atcal pulls into pits. His ultra softs are done. And Calic follows behind him. Clippy is coming up onto the back of Mercedes here. His soft tyres really starting to switch on here. If he gets a nice run here, he's had a much better run than Mercedes. It's going to get him going down this straight now into turn 3. So much more grip on his softs compared to the ultra softs at this point in the race. He's going to have the quicker tyres at the end as well compared to these drivers. Atcal and Calic have both gone onto the soft compound. Clippy does get ahead of Mercedes. Further back, Danny is only 8 tenths behind Michael, but I highly doubt he's going to be challenging to overtake Michael as Michael's on fresh ultra soft tyres. So it's looking like there's going to be not much more battling for now, unless Calic challenges Atcal here on his fresh tyres. Both of them on fresh soft compounds. They've pitted on the previous lap, as we see Mercedes coming to the pits now. Let's see if he's going to go onto the softs. I think he will. I don't think he'll be going on the same strategy as Mike, which is the 2-stop. I don't think he quite has the pace to do that compared to Mike. Yep, he is going onto the soft tyres. So that's protected Mike back up into second. It's only 7 seconds behind Clippy, so really I don't see the 2-stop affecting him too much. If he can keep up some good pace, of course he's going to need about a 20-second gap to the cars. Oh wow, it's a bit of a moment there. I don't know how that corner. But he's going to need a 20-second gap going on to his second pit stop to come out ahead of these one-stop guys. Certainly going to be interesting to see if he can make that happen. He's already got 6-second gaps. He's going to need about 14 more seconds gained. And he's going to be pitting around, I'd say around lap 20, around lap 21 for super soft tyres. See if Clippy stays out on lap 1. Sure he will. Clippy's going to be going to about lap 24 maybe. Lap 24, lap 23, somewhere around there. Jeff Kellick is 6 tenths behind Atcal. It seems Atcal is starting to pull away from Kellick here. So it seems like Kellick might be out of the podium fight here. Sorry if my cough got a bit of a cold at the moment, but hang on, Mercedes has come out behind Kellick and Atcal here, so staying out the 1 lap longer has cost him. Kellick and Atcal doing the undercut has got them ahead of Mercedes, so maybe Kellick's podium chances aren't over yet. He's currently in a net P4 after Clippy pits. Atcal next. Well, actually, no, he's a net P3. Because Clippy and Dunny need to pit still. And I'm sure they'll be gaining time on Clippy, which is why I'm saying that he will come out behind them. Because they're on fresh softs, he's on old softs. It seems like it's Michael leading with Atcal second and Kellick P3. With the undercut from him and Atcal really paying off. We've got yellow flags into sector 3. Who is that? That is Danny, who is around. Oh, and he's out. He's been hit. Mercedes has hit him. He pulled out very dangerously there, back onto the racing line. Mercedes is lucky to not have any damage, to be honest. That's quite a big impact. And Danny has lost his front left tyre after that. Really coming back onto the track very dangerously, and he's been collected by another car there. He's been collected by the car of KB Killer Zone as well, so maybe his car isn't ghosted on the racing line, which could be a bit of an issue. As he's been collected by these ghost cars, he has been teleported back to the pits now, which is good to see. Yeah, Mercedes very lucky to not get any damage there. As Kellick is actually catching onto the back of Atcal. He's going to go for a move, a bit of a dive bomb from Kellick wrist there, and he's got the move, has he? No, Atcal is going back onto him. They're going to be side by side, going into the left-hander here now. And Kellick is going to break that a little bit earlier, and Atcal goes through around the outside. Very nice move there. But is Kellick going to be challenging back after this left-hander onto the right-hander very quickly now? It looks like he's too far back to go for a move into this fast right. He could get a bit of a toe coming down the home straight though. Going into turn 1, you can see a move there. We'll have to see who gets the better exit here now. And Kellick seems to be gaining a bit of time on that here, so maybe we'd see a move going up to turn 2 and 3 here now. Just taking that corner very nicely. He's going to get the toe on Atcal. Coming into turn 2 now, this little kink here is turn 2. Questionably turn or not. He's going to go for a huge dive bomb there, Daniel Ricciardo style, and that's not going to help his chances. Atcal's just going to go straight back past him. Way too late on the brakes there from Kellick wrist. Went off the track in fact. So Atcal takes P3 back. We've got Mike, who's only a second behind Clippy now on his ultra soft tyres. And he's got a 15-second gap to Atcal, so he's going to need to find about 5 or 6 more seconds if he wants to come out the pits and still have the lead. So he's got a bit of work to do here before he heads in for his final stop of the day. So we could see a battle for the lead between Mike, Atcal, Kellick, Mercedes and possibly Clippy as well. So we could see a 5-car battle for the lead if Mike does not pull away on his ultra softs, and still only a 15-second gap back to Atcal. We have Kellick, and in fact Mercedes has caught up to these two as well, so he's already gained some time on them after their undercut as Francis' AI gets past maybe Killer Zone's AI, of course. These guys here not racing, so we only actually have 5 cars left in this race, and all of them could be in a shout of the win here today, which would be very nice to see. Mike's got a 16-second gap now, so he really needs to not get held up by Clippy here to gain these extra seconds he needs to come out ahead of these guys. Going on to his second stop, of course, Clippy's going to want to keep him behind because both of them have one more stop to make. So whoever has the lead on track is going to have the lead going into the pits and coming out of it again. Unless, of course, someone has a stop-go penalty or needs a front wing change. It doesn't like either of them. They need a front wing change. We've got Clippy defending the inside. Michael's going to try and hang it around the outside on his ultra-soft tyres. I'm sure he's going to get that move done. Very nice there from Mike on his 2 compounds softer and definitely fresher ultra-softs there. So now Mike really needs to pull away from Clippy and that cow so he can get in pit, come back out ahead of these guys on the 2 stop. He's got a bit of work to do. He's done it for the session, he's already retired of course. ZR Mercedes is really catching on to the back of Calic. Calic not really catching up to the back of that cow again. So as I said, hopefully we will see that 5-car battle for the lead as Clippy comes into the pits now, so we're going to see where he rejoins. He's only got a 15-second gap back to Atcal, so he will most likely rejoin in that P5 position, but he's going to be on 2, I know he's going to be on the super softs, he's going to be on 1 compound soft tyres than these guys. He's going to be on much fresher tyres as well. As here come the rest of the guys now, 2 Renaults and a Mercedes and Atcal. He's going to come out the pits, he's going to be about a second or 2 behind them. Yeah, 1.4 seconds, so if Mike can get about 17-18 seconds on that cover, he might be able to come out ahead of these guys. We're going to have to see if he pits now for the super sauce, responding to Clippy's pit, and he goes very wide there onto the sausage curbs. Could have easily lost it there. We're going to see if he comes into the pits here. Responding to Clippy's stop for the super sauce. Wanting to make sure he isn't undercut by him or any of the other guys behind him. He's going to stay out another lap. Clearly he believes his ultra softs are still fresh enough for him to be gaining some of these guys behind. And that seems to be the case. It's Calic Rich, yeah, really pulling back off of Atcal. He's 1.2 seconds back, Mercedes only 2 tenths off of him. And if these 2 start to fight, that's going to allow Clippy to get into this fight as well. So, as I said, it's really heating up going into the final about 15 laps of the race here. I think Michael might be losing a little bit of time to the cars behind now, so he's going to have to come in and pit very soon, otherwise, I don't know, actually he's gaining at some points and losing time at some points. The gap is 16.4 seconds. He needs to make sure that he comes into the pits and comes out ahead of these guys, or he's going to have a fight at the end of this race. Of course, he's not going to be able to fit ultra softs to his car, he's going to have to fit super softs. It looks like he's going to be coming into the pits now on lap 21, so this is going to be crucial to see where he comes out on the track. Is it going to be P1? Will it be in the middle of the pack, or will it be in P5 behind all of these guys? So, Clippy is only a tenth by Mercedes here, but Mike is putting on the super soft tyres. So out he comes, out the pit carriage, interestingly enough. So here he comes. There are the guys back there, all squabbling for position. We actually have Mercedes going up the inside of 2 of them. Calic's dropped back, and Mercedes going up the side of 1 of them. And it seems that Mike has lost a position to Atcal, and Mercedes is going to get him as well possibly here, around the outside, going into turn 3. But it seemed that Calic made a bit of a mistake. Look, side by side up ahead here now. Mike's going to get a position, but now Clippy is right on the back of him. Is Clippy going to go for a move going down into turn 4? It looks like he's later on the brakes, sends it down the inside. That's an easy move for Clippy there on Mike, who's on cold, well, not necessarily cold super soft, so they would have been warmed up, but of course Clippy has been on his for a few laps, so he's going to have a bit more heat in him than Mike is. It seems that Calic Wrist made a mistake going onto the final corner, and that allowed Mercedes and Cliffy through, and Cliffy in fact getting past Mike as well after the pit stop. But Atcal has a 1 second lead in this race now. So if Cliffy and Mike start fighting, Atcal might be able to pull away here. I highly doubt that, as Cliffy and Michael are both on the super soft compound and they're both catching him. So I believe it's going to be a fight between Mike and Cliffy as to who gets the win of this race here. If we have a look at where they started, we see that Cliffy has gone up by 4 positions, so it's been a really good race for him. Atcal's gone up by 4 as well, so it's a good race for him as well, but I feel he's going to drop down to at least P3 here today, so that's going to be only 2 positions gained. Calic Riss, he's been making a few mistakes here, and it's cost him a few positions, of course, losing 2 positions on the previous lap. And it seems that he's not really going to be able to challenge Mercedes for that P4. But these guys are really catching up to each other now. It's going to be a 3-car battle as Mercedes picks up a 3-second time penalty. After this new corner here, we're going to see a few overtakes. We'll check the time penalties after this, but it seems like someone might be shaping up a move here. So we have the South of Cliffy really close behind Atcal, and Mike is not far behind him either. So Cliffy looks to the inside. He's going to brake much later, possibly too late. No, he's hit the apex very well. He's got the position. But Mike looks like he's gone around the outside as well on that Atcal. So Atcal's lost 2 positions in 1 corner there. But now it's down to Cliffy and Mike to fight for the lead of this race. I doubt Atcal's going to be able to challenge on his older and harder tyres. So we have Mercedes has already fallen a second behind, and Calic is just losing time to Mercedes. About a 2-second gap between these two now. So it's down to Mike and Cliffy. Fight for the lead of this race here now. Mike's going to look to the outside for a pass right-hander. They touch. Mike's pushed a little bit onto the side of the track. He has to slow down before a crash happens there. Luckily for him, he's still got no damage after that. Looks like he's looking for a move here into turn 1. DRS opens. Looks like he's got lower wings than Cliffy here. Get back in the slipstream, Cliffy going down into turn 2 and up into turn 3. So we'll look to the outside, possibly trying to switch back here. No, Cliffy not letting that happen, he gets a good exit. Cliffy might go for a move now into turn 4. Cliffy's defending the inside line, Mike has to fall to the outside. Oh, the dummy from Mike not working off well, or not paying off. So I'm going to quickly check the penalties as they go through this sector. I doubt they'll be overtaken here, as Cliffy has 1 penalty on the verge of 2. Mike has 1 warning on the previous lap. So at the moment, Mike gets the win on penalties. Atcal has 2 penalties. Mercedes has a penalty. Calic has 2 warnings. So, as it stands, Calic will get P4. He may... if he can keep up this pace and stick with Mercedes, he may even be able to get P3. Oh, and it looks like Cliffy's made a bit of a mistake going through that corner, and Mike's got ahead of him. So Mike now leads this race, ahead of Cliffy. It doesn't look like Cliffy's going to be able to challenge back. Mercedes catching into the back of Atcal, so Atcal must have made a mistake somewhere. There's a bit about a second gap to Atcal before last time we checked. So Atcal must be losing his tyres. They look worse than Mercedes for sure. Calic is going to need to keep up with these guys if he wants to gain positions off of penalties, because if we look, so Atcal has 2 penalties, Mercedes has 1, Calic has none, 2 warnings though, so he's close to 1. So as it stands, Mercedes is getting P3, and Calic has getting P3 as it stands. Mercedes will keep P4, and that car will drop down to P5. It's going to be very close for the final podium position. It's down to penalties. Unless Mercedes can get past Akal, pull out a lead, Kalik gets the podium. If these two start fighting for a few laps, this is going to help Kalik even more in his chances of getting the final podium. Of course, Kalik only had one more warning, Kalik gets a penalty. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave you for the final few laps here. So it's going to be close going on to the final few laps, but I'm just going to have to leave you with what is on the screen for about 10 minutes or so. So hopefully we'll be back for the end of the race, but there's going to be no commentary, so we'll have to see at the end what happens. But until then, I'll be gone. Okay, I have now returned here, and it seems we're on lap 34. Kalik is still P5. Atcal is P4, so Mercedes has got past Atcal. Mike has got a 4-second lead over Clippy, so Mike should have the win. Gonna have to check penalties though. Kalik, we'll check Kalik first. Kalik has still only 2 warnings. Atcal with 2 penalties. Mercedes, the 1 penalty. Cliffy, what is that? That's 3 penalties from Cliffy. Not the 2 warnings. Cliffy. Cliffy 3 points. He's only put 9 seconds onto his time. That's 6 seconds compared to Mercedes. So Mercedes is going to get P2. Atcal's going to lose the place to Kalik. So Kalik goes into P4. Kalik might still get P3 here. After Cliffy is demoted from penalties. It's going to be definitely close between these guys. Atcal is probably going to drop to the back. So Atcal be P5, Cliffy P4. Kalik. Oh, and Mercedes has got another penalty. So that's put Mercedes onto 2 penalties. So he's now going to have 6 seconds. Kalik is within 6 seconds of him. So Kalik might get P2 here from penalties now. It is going to be close going on to the final lap with all these penalties coming into play. But it seems that Atcal's going to drop to the back of these 4 cars. Cliffy P4. Mercedes will hold P3, but Kalik will probably go from P5 up to P2. So Mike comes on to start his final lap of the race here. It's been absolutely dominant. Apart from when he came out of the pits, he had a little bit of a tangle with some cars. But the 2 stoppers worked, but he's had the pace to put it on. Kalik is only 2 tenths behind Atcal. He doesn't want to lose time, however, behind Atcal. That could cost him a few positions from penalties. Is that someone off? That's Mercedes off. Mercedes has had an accident and he's gone off into the grass. So that is awful. Mercedes. He might come P5. Atcal will get a few more seconds. Atcal will get P4. Kalik is now pretty sure guaranteed P2. If he has 9 seconds, Atcal has 6 seconds. Kalik wrist is going around the outside of Atcal. He does not want to crash here going on the final lap. I don't know if he knows, but he has secured P2. He does not want to mess it up. He gets past Atcal. Atcal's going to try and send it back down the inside, which he does. And they've collided. Kalik wrist is in the wall. That's cost him P2. And Atcal is 10 seconds behind Cliffy. So Cliffy is going to hold on to P2. And Mercedes is still going to get a podium, it seems. Even after the crash. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh no, because they had equal penalties now, don't they? Yeah. So Atcal gets the podium after all this. Unless Kalik... No, Kalik's still coming P5. So the incident on the final lap has cost Kalik P2 here. What scenes at the end of this race? Mental. So we see the podium finishes here. We've got Mike, Atcal and Cliffy. I didn't expect either of those 2 to be on the podium here. I thought it was going to be Kalik and Mercedes myself, but incidents going on to the final lap cost both the Renaults a podium here. It could have been a double podium for Renault, but unfortunately it was not the case. Mental stuff here in Austria F1 today. So it seems that, yeah. How far was Kalik off of Mercedes? Kalik was only a second off Mercedes, so Kalik and Mercedes really, they're going to be absolutely kicking themselves after that. Wow. So it's Mike who comes away with the win. Cliffy P2 with Atcal P3. Mental stuff here. in the Austria GP for F1. We'll see if we can get these guys into the party. So we're going to see if any of these are going to join the party for the interview here. Hello, Mike. Just going to see if anyone else is going to join. We've got Cliffy in the party now. See if that cow is going to join as well. Give him a few minutes. Alright, okay. So just you two here for the interviews after the race. Mike, the two-stop were working pretty well for you. You had the pace at the end there. It seemed that you were getting in a bit of a fight with the others for the lead, but you managed to pull away. What was your thought when you were going on to the two-stop? Yeah, you did very well there at the end. Cliffy, moving on to you. From what I saw, you were very lucky to get onto the podium here today with Mercedes and Calic both crashing on the final lap. Based off penalties, I believe you would have dropped down to P4 or something. So, congrats to you on getting the podium. Yeah, it was looking like it was going to be a double Renault podium, but of course Mercedes, it looked like crashed at his own accord, and then Calic tangled with Atcal on the final lap. So it was unfortunate for them, but you two did very well to get the podium here today. It doesn't look like we have any questions in the stream from anyone, so I'm just going to give Mike a question here. Do you think you'll have any challenge for the championship this season? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why he did retire. He only lost half of his wing, and he would have finished in the points anyway. Considering I think about 3 or 4 people were AI at the end. Yeah, which is understandable. But I think I'm going to end the stream there. So, congrats to both of you on the podium today, and we'll see you next week in Britain.